Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of my NBA 2K25 MyGM series here with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hope you're all doing very well today. It's NBA Cup action, and we are reuniting with one of our favorite Suns. And ironically, we are playing the Phoenix Suns. Rob Dillingham, who we traded in the offseason to Phoenix. We're playing up against him for the first time today. We're currently 17-2 on the season. Phoenix are tied for the 5th seed in the West. They're off to a good start. Devin Booker, 1 year left on his contract before he hits free agency. Dillingham not actually starting in this game. They've got Josh Giddey at the 2. So we'll keep an eye on this game and we'll see how Dillingham plays as the game goes on. He's averaging about 20 points a game so far. So interesting to see how he goes. But the Suns don't have a great home court advantage, so we should be okay in this game. A little bit of lag there. Why am I calling for a pick and roll that high up the court? Also, if you didn't watch the last episode, LaMelo is not playing today as he is injured. So we've got Bronny starting at the point guard today. We finally get an offensive rebound for what feels like the first time in about 4 videos. We've finally got an offensive rebound. Cam Thomas gets by Josh Giddey, can't get the layup to go. But this Phoenix team has made a lot of transformation in the last couple of seasons. They've got, I think Bradley Beal is still on the roster, but they've got Giddey. Devin Booker is hitting free agency in the offseason. Kevin Durant now retired, so there's a lot of development on this roster. Brandon Miller gets to the rim, throws it down. I'm not sure who he threw it down over. We can see a name. It is Dunn. Is it Chris Dunn? Is that right? I think that's right, but he's a rookie. Not Chris Dunn. He's the point guard. I can't think of the guy's name. But Dunn. He's a rookie in real life for the 2024 draft. We forced Devin Booker to miss at the elbow. Cam Thomas finds Bronny, who kicks it to Walsh, who has Santi Aldama on him, which should be a pretty comfortable matchup. We get the 2 points to go in the post. And he's having a very good rookie campaign, it has to be said. I think he's averaging sort of 18, 19 points a game, about 8 rebounds, getting some blocks as well. Towns can't stop Clark from getting to the basket. Pick and fade with Towns and Booker. Actually, we go to the rim, Towns. I know he's a bit slow off the dribble. There we go. Early lead to the Lakers, 6-4. All right, let's get Walsh in a pick and fade again. He had a bit of trouble jump shooting last time. Towns is in the corner. We'll give it to Walsh now. He hits the 3. I think he was 2 for 13 in the last game we played, but he's 1 for 1 today from 3. A good start. I think he's got 5. Yes, he's got 5. Aldama, a big body, although Walsh is probably taller. Booker from the corner. He strikes back with a 3. Devin Booker makes the free throw. I don't think any of the teams have made a sub just yet. We're going to bring in 2 shortly. Walsh in the corner again. We're going to get the 3 to go. Can't on this occasion. Good box out by Aldama. Walsh get back in the key. We stop the lob, which is good. A little bit ill-advised. Lob the ball over the top. We get another bucket to tie the game at 18. Called a timeout, and we look at the NBA Cup rankings. We're currently 3-0 on the series with a really good box plus minus, it should be said. We've checked in Collier, I can't remember his first name, and Kent Gary, who is slowly becoming one of my favorite players. He's just huge. He's 7'5", does dumb stuff. Collier, not much of a 3-point shooter, but gets the 3 ball to go. I think he's got like a C 3-point rating. Really athletic, and, you know, who is on Aldama? Guys, what are you doing? Collier has all the potential in the world. He is currently playing point guard, as we are a little short in the point guard options with LaMelo being injured. But Collier's going to play some good minutes for us, hopefully. Towns, just go up with the ball. You're tall enough. Brandon Clark does a good job defensively. Now he's got to do a good job on Booker, who is really good so far. I think he's like 5 for 7. I think we got a ticker notification just before. Good contest. There we go. Another stop. We'll advance the ball to Brandon Miller, who did have a nice dunk earlier. But apart from that, hasn't done a great deal. Collier drive on Giddy. Hand off to Cam Thomas. Actually, Towns would just take the three. Goes down. We probably could have posted up Booker. Had the shot open, didn't convert, unfortunately. Dillingham is in the game. It's a bit weird seeing him in a Phoenix uniform, and his first shot is blocked by Walsh. And Dillingham does score on the offensive rebound. A little bit strange playing against him, but you know, he's been very good this season for Phoenix, averaging, I think, between 20 and 22 a game, if I remember correctly. Collier trying to get down low. Zach Collins, also a former player of ours. He was just basically one of our backup centers last year. Didn't get a lot of game time, but is now playing for Phoenix, which we didn't trade him there. He just signed as a free agent. But, you know, it's just funny how things work out. Collier guarding Dillingham tightly. Handoff to Giddy. There's about three or four screens he has to get around. Oh, God, the spacing is horrible for Phoenix. Grayson Allen also in the game, signed or re-signed as a free agent this year, should be said. Good contest by Walsh. Cam Thomas ends up with the rebound. Chester Malone, three-point... he's not a great three-point shooter. He's just a really good perimeter defender. We give it to Gary. Dunk it. Dunk it. Just, there we go. Offensive rebound. Put it up again. That'll do. I was going to say, I don't know if that was an assist, but we got the offensive rebound, so the assist wouldn't have counted anyway. But Malone, not really a scorer. We drafted him 21st overall, which is probably a little high, considering he's probably a second-round talent, but I just wanted to secure him. We had a late first-round pick, so we thought we'd just make it happen. Giddy gets the lead back for Phoenix, as we're now heading towards the end of the first quarter. 15, almost 10 seconds to go now. We'll get Walsh in the pick and roll. Collier driving to the rim. He's going to get up in the air. Gets the layup to go, and it's a one-point game favoring the Lakers. And we've got to remember, NBA Cup, so point differential matters. Giddy misses the half-court heave. We go into quarter time with a one-point lead. I like what we've seen out of the Lakers so far. Dillingham yet to score, I don't think. Quarter time stats, Devin Booker has been on fire for the Suns. 12 points, 2 assists, 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from deep. I said he was a free agent at season's end, but if we look at his contract situation, which I don't think it's actually going to show it in this menu, but I'm pretty confident he is. He's doing very well. Josh Giddey, also very good. 9, 3 and 1, playing at the 2. He's hit a 3, he's also missed 1. Dillingham has scored in his 2 minutes. He also has 2 rebounds and a turnover. So I did get that wrong, so please excuse me. Ryan Dunn is the rookie from the 2024 draft. He shares a name with the guy from Jackass, I think. So I was trying to think of Chris Dunn, but he was the point guard who was drafted by the Bulls, I think. So I was thinking of Chris Dunn, but I meant Ryan Dunn. So he is in the game and he's done some stuff as well. But if we look over to our guys, we can see Walsh leading the way, 10 points, 2 boards, steal and a block. Really good defensive work. I just wish a few more of his threes would go down, but I'm not too worried about it at this stage. Collier's been really good. He ran a bit of point guard for us, 3 of 4 from the field, including a 3. Kent Gary has been really good. Towns has been good, getting a lot of boards. Cam Thomas, 1 for 4 from the field is not great, so, you know, could be a little better. Bronny, to starting point guard, 2 points, 4 assists, 1 for 2 from the field, yet to take a 3. Brandon Miller, a little bit quiet. Not our primary offensive option in this game so far, but that might change as the game goes on. And then Chester Malone just played a few minutes towards the end of the first quarter. Team comp-wise, pretty even so far. Field goal percentage is basically identical. We've taken 1 for 2 more. 3-pointers, we're shooting a little bit better. They're taking more free throws, but they've also missed 1. So, you know, not too worried about it at this stage. We actually got an offensive rebound in this game, which is nice. I don't think it was the last game, but maybe a game before. We had like 14 offensive rebounds to 0. So that was, you know, something that we're trying to work on, but they're still getting more rebounds than us, which is a little annoying, but we forced them to make 2 turnovers. Steals and blocks has been really good so far. Bench points, assists. I've been really happy with how we've been playing so far, but the margin hasn't gone beyond 3 points for either team so far. So that's just a demonstrator of how tight this game has been. But But I think we are a chance to really win this game. NBA Cup, we obviously want to win and keep that momentum going for the rest of the season. But let's get into the second quarter. Hopefully we can liven things up a little bit. Dillingham starting the second quarter at point guard. I think Devin Booker's playing the 2. They've got a bit of Kai Jones in the game. I mean, we get a turnover immediately. Or force a turnover, I should say. Collier in the corner. Give it back to Brandon Miller. He can shoot a 3. And he does. We send the break. He hasn't been a great... I mean, he only took 1 shot in the first quarter, I'm pretty sure. And that was that dunk, which was amazing. Dillingham in the mid-range misses as Towns gets a 5th rebound on the game. Collier thought about the pull-up 3 in transition. Not his strong suit. We'll give it back to Miller, who does have Grayson Allen on him. We'll post up. Go the post fade. See if he can knock that down. He can't, unfortunately. Dillingham with the rebound, and he is deadly in transition. Very fast on the break, and he gets the layup to go. I just see that New York beat Philly 156 to 33, so a really high scoring game there. Doing a very nice job. Obviously, it's an Eastern Conference matchup, so we're not too worried about it. Towns fouls Zach Collins on the post-up, and he gets a second foul on the game. If he gets another one early in the quarter, we'll take him out, but I'm not too worried about it at this stage. But obviously, we don't want Towns getting in too big a foul trouble. Walsh. Just give it to Towns. We'll post up to Collins. See, it does have sort of the size matchup. I think they're the same height, but obviously just Towns is a lot stronger. 17 lead changes already and 7 ties is ridiculous. Let's just keep going. We've got the momentum of the game so far. We get another steal. Let's find Walsh down low. Go up for the dunk. He can't, but we'll take the and 1 as Kai Jones gets a foul. And most importantly, Walsh knocks down his free throw. And we now have the biggest lead of the game, which is 6 points. Grayson Allen, a quick 3. Cuts the margin back to 3. He is a deadly 3-point shooter, and the Suns are very lucky to have him on the roster. I'm not just saying this because he's left-handed, but Collier sort of reminds me in his play style of like young James Harden without a jump shot. And I know that's a weird comparison to make because like James Harden like was such a good shooter or is such a good shooter as Miller knocks down another 3. But he's sort of just like this herky-jerky, athletic, sort of playmaking 2-guard. I just really like him, but his jump shot hopefully will develop, and you know he's going to be a really good sort of player for us in the future. Gazman's back in, as is Cam Thomas, who's been pretty quiet in this one. What the hell was that? We were literally under no pressure, and Bronny just threw it out of bounds for no reason. Okay, sure. Aldama for the lead. That's... Miller, you got to get front position when we're trying to box out, man. Fortunately, we don't really force Brandon Clark to miss free throws, but he does miss 1 of 2 free throws with a very funky free throw release, which I've never seen before. Gary, oh, that's not what I wanted. Can we give it back up? Give it to Bronny, reset it. We'll go pick and fade. Actually, Bronny's going to get a mid-ranger here. Great job with the pick and fade, Bronny. Now he's got to play some good defense. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Nobody's on Dillingham, which is a little bit of cause for concern. That's backcourt. I suppose that makes up for the dumb turnover he had after the timeout. All right, let's get Gary in the pick and roll again. That's what we like. We can get a strong dunk from a big boy in the pick and roll. Cam Thomas only has the 2 points so far. If we can get him a couple of buckets before halftime, that would be great. I'd be interested to see what Dillingham's done this quarter because I feel like he's been really good. Giddy getting to the basket again, really strong around the rim. I'm happy to give him jumpers. Obviously, it's something he's worked on in-game. Gary, just shoot it, man. What was the delay for? You just go up strong, make the shot. But yeah, Giddy, it's clearly something he's worked on during, a couple of off seasons. So I don't know what his percentages are, but We'll just keep an eye on it. If he keeps knocking them down, obviously keep an eye on it. Come on, up you go, block it. Well, at least it wasn't an and one. All right, let's give it up to Cam Thomas. He's not done a lot in this game so far. Pick and roll with Gary. See if you can, actually, we're going to pull up at the elbow. Gary can get the offensive rebound, goes up with it. Make the shot. Obviously, we didn't plan to make it. But with Cam Thomas being contested, left Gary nice and open to get the rebound. That is a brilliant pass by Giddy. And a great defensive play there. Cam Thomas can see Gary running down the lane. And a versatile layup. He now has 14. 2 assists on the game for Cam Thomas. I don't think there's ever been a point in this series where Cam Thomas has had more assists than points. Obviously, we're not at that stage just yet. But if it happens, I might start to think there's something wrong with him. Hopefully we can just solve that here with a nice easy basket. Nothing really there. We'll get Brandon Miller in the pick and fade. Collier finds Cam Thomas for 3. He knocks it down. Problem solved. He now has 5. Gary knocks down both his free throws. For the most part, he's pretty good from the line. We've had a couple of stinkers where he's gone to the line and missed quite a few. But for the most part, he's pretty good. Now got 30 seconds to go in the quarter. I dare say the Suns are going to go for a 2-for-1. Dillingham with a strong finish in and around Gary. That is tough. Have a look at it again. I don't mind looking at it on the replay. But that is a tough finish. But 20 seconds to go in the quarter. We've got a 4-point lead. So we can probably afford to kill a little bit of time. But if there's a shot to be taken, Gary, go up. Offensive rebound, kick it out. Brandon Miller for 3. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Missed shot, offensive rebound, into a 3. All right, don't score here, please. Good contest. 7-point game to the Lakers at halftime. High-scoring game so far. Wonder where this will go in the second half. First half now complete. Devin Booker still leading the way scoring-wise. He has 21 and 3. 9 for 16 from the field. 1 of 4 from deep. Giddy, 15, 3 and 1. 7 of 12, 1 of 3 from deep. Has been really good. Devin Booker also has 3 turnovers. So just something to keep an eye on. Brandon Clark, 3 of 3. Most of those points are just around the rim. Has 3 boards and an assist. Other than that, it hasn't been too impactful on the defensive end. Collins, same kind of deal. He's 7 and 6. Dillingham, 6, 6 and 6. He has 6 rebounds. Wow. 3 and 7 from the field. Missed 3-pointer. Basically it. Aldama's 1 of 2 from the field. He's 4 of 5 from the foul line. So we just seem to be fouling him a lot. Grayson Allen's hit a 3. And then Ryan Dunn, he's played the most minutes out of anybody on this team, joint with Brandon Clark, which is a bit strange. Bradley Beal, DNP. What's his overall? He's at 78. And I feel like he's still on an absurd amount of money. Anyway, Lakers. Richard Walsh, 18-5 in 18 minutes. 7 for 15 from the field. 2 of 6 from deep. A steal and a block. Gary, 10 minutes. 16 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. 7 of 10 from the field. 2 of 2 from deep. 3 offensive rebounds. He has been amazing, as has Walsh. He's also got 2 offensive rebounds. Brandon Miller really came alive in that quarter. 4 of 5 from deep, 14 points, a rebound, an assist, and 2 steals. Collier didn't really add to his first quarter effort, but is still having a really good game. Same for Towns. Cam Thomas has 5 points on the game now, which is lovely. Bronny James, 4 and 9 with 1 turnover. I think he might have an offensive rebound as well. No, it's just the 2 bigs. And then Malone, I don't think even played in the second quarter there. But if we get into the team comparison, I'm pretty happy with how we've been going. We're keeping their 3-point percentage really low. They're scoring a lot at the foul line. Points in the paint and fast break points, I'm not too worried about. But points off of turnovers is where we're really winning this game. It's 11 points off of turnovers. They've turned the ball over 6 times to 1 for us. The biggest lead is 9. It's currently 7, so we're still within reach of our biggest lead. But 7 second chance points as well, really helping us out. 5 offensive rebounds. They're still winning the rebounds, which is a little funny, but I suppose we've missed more shots than them, so it kind of makes sense. I'm pretty happy with how we've performed. Not too much to complain about at this stage. Let's get into the second half. Second half now underway. Starters basically back in, I think, for both teams. I'm pretty sure it is. Bronny going to do a lock-up job on Devin Booker. Not with that possession, he hasn't. We forced the miss, though. Bronny gets the rebound. That was more Towns than it was Bronny. So we got Towns in a pick and roll. That might be a good idea. Cam Thomas is in the corner. That's where we're going to go. First shot of the second half. Can't extend the lead to double digits. Bronny, just stay in front of Devin Booker. I know it's a tough assignment. He's a very good player. We haven't got the Jimmy stopper anymore. It's been a little while since we've had the Jimmy stopper. Maybe we need the Devin stopper. Let's go Towns in the screen. Swing it to the corner. Walsh gets Aldama in the air. Tries to finish at the rim. Does. He's now up to 20. Just over 2 minutes gone in the third. Lakers lead by 8. Very happy with how we've played so far. Ryan Dunn coming off the giddy screen. Miller gave him a little bit of space there. Go on, Booker, shoot it from there. I dare you. That's probably a little bit too much space. Yeah, he made that shot. That's a good shot by Booker. I think he's in the 25 to 27 point range now. He's playing very well. We try and get those 3 points back with Walsh, who is a very capable 3-point shooter. We're still working on his release. We haven't perfected it yet. And somebody just get back on defense, please. We get the stop. Oh, no, we don't. That's not good. Bronny showing off some playmaking chops in this game. Not 40 points, Jesus. 4 points, 12 assists. Giddy, 3. Suns have the lead for the first time since, I think, we had the lead at quarter time. First lead since the first quarter. I'm so confused. Okay. I feel like we're slowly starting to lose control of the game. We just need some easy buckets. Walsh hits another 3. Game tied again at 86. Towns only has 7 points in the game. That seems low. Let's just go pick and roll. Just a normal pick and roll. We've got the size advantage. Towns dunks all over Devin Booker. Inbound play for Phoenix. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do. They're going to give it to Brandon Clark, of all people. Dillingham back in the game for Phoenix. They've also got Booker out there. Ryan Dunn's in the game. And Giddy also. Booker hits the 3. Gets the lead back for Phoenix. Collier's checked in for Bronny, who we're just going to sit for a little while. We'll go pick and roll with Towns. Collier hasn't got the leg speed. Actually, Cam Thomas is wide open. Giddy was giving him the 3. He misses. Now Collier hasn't got the size to stay in front of Goody in the post. Good contest. Miss it. We get the rebound. Okay. Cam Thomas gets the board. Miller's going to be by himself, but we give it... Actually, Towns is getting doubled. Collier from the elbow. Makes the shot. He now has 11. We get the lead back again. Missed 3 by Dillingham. Another board for Cam Thomas. Low-key hustling in this game. Gary, pick and roll. Cam Thomas going all the way with the layup. Gary, offensive rebound. He now has 18 on the game. Towns, we're going to set the screen. Gary, just post up Booker. Wait for the double to come. Double comes. It's Towns in the corner. He knocks it down. He's now into double digits. 6-point game for the Lakers. Gary, low-key, having a very nice game. 18 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. A lot of offensive rebounds. I don't think he has a block. Could be proven wrong. So we're starting to really, really close them out here. All right, let's get Gary in the post once again. I like this matchup. Double come. Thank you. Kick it to the corner. Cam Thomas for 3. Another 3-point miss for Cam Thomas. It's just not his game today. Collier on his back heels. Just Giddy, just blows by everybody. Not my best defensive effort, I will say. Booker guarding Gary in the post. No help coming. It's a good finish. Suns call a quick timeout. Less than 2 to go in the third. All right, Dillingham misses another 3 out of the timeout. Walsh. It's Kai Jones in the mid-range. We've swung it to Gary. There we go. Walsh in the corner by himself. 29 for Walsh. 6 boards, no assist to his name. Really ball hogging today. Gary, screen set. Actually has a proper post matchup this time. Walsh has been guarded by Jones on the perimeter. Will post up. Little post hook, little jump hook, excuse me. Misses, and now Collier has now got to force a turnover, hopefully on Giddy. Actually, that's a good find inside on Collins. We've only got 40 seconds to go in the quarter. If we can just maintain the lead, we'll be fine. It's a very high scoring game. Both teams over 100. We're going to be over 100 by the end of the third quarter. Bronny, screen set for Gary. Layup. He now has 6. Pretty quiet scoring wise for Bronny, but does have 15 assists. So definitely still contributing to the game. And we're going to be able to get a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Dillingham being guarded by Walsh. Grayson Allen just too far away from the basket to do anything from that range. Good defense by Bronny. Hopefully we can get him to pick up his dribble. Not at this stage. Do not foul. Oh, that's a tough oh, please go in. No, it didn't. That would have been a tough shot to make. 5-point lead for the Lakers. I think the Suns won that quarter. But we are still in good shape to close this game strong. Stats on the game now. Devin Booker, 33, 2-3. 13 for 26, 3 of 8 from deep. Hit a couple of threes that quarter. Josh Giddey, 29, 4-4. He's been good. He's been really good. What can I say? Dillingham, 5 of 11 from the field. 11, 7-7 on the game. Leading the Suns in rebounds. Not leading them in assists, as that is Ryan Dunn. But they've been pretty good. You know, they're still in the game. But our scoring load is a little bit more balanced. Walsh with 29 and 6. A steal and 2 blocks. 5 of 11 from deep, including that half-court heave. And then 11 of 22 from the field. Gary has 20 points in 17 minutes with 7 boards, 3 assists. Cam Thomas, 15 points, but not his best shooting game. 6 of 15 from the field. 3 of 8 from deep. I forgot to mention that Gary has 4 offensive rebounds. He's been really good. Brandon Miller, I don't think, took a shot that quarter. He only took 1 shot. But he played the entire quarter, has 14 points. Karl Anthony Towns has been pretty quiet. He's been like a little fatigued. He's got 12, 9, and 3. Also got a steal, which is nice. Collier's been really good. 11 points, 2 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. And then Bronny with the 15 assists. 3 of 5 from the field has been pretty good, and a rebound to his name as well. The stat splits have been pretty even. The Suns, as I said, won the quarter. They just shot better than we did, to be honest. I'm not, you know, the game is not, you know, totally out of the balance. I'm pretty, as I said, pretty happy with how we've been performing. We're spending more time in possession, which is a little atypical for us. I've mentioned that a couple of times in previous episodes. But I'll be curious to see how this game plays out. Obviously, we want to win, or we want to continue our good NBA Cup form. But hopefully we can do well, get a result against Dillingham and the Suns. 4th quarter time. And this is where games are won in the 4th. Towns, or Bronny, probably had a layup there. Not going to take it. Brandon Miller, that's a long 2. Can't get it. Towns almost got the offensive rebound. Probably should have taken the layup with Bronny, if we're being perfectly honest. Nobody's on Booker. Dillingham now has 8 assists. We just got to take the easy shots. We're taking too many difficult shots. There we go. That's a good shot. Towns for 3, misses. He had the space, so I don't necessarily mind. Grayson Allen to tie the game, does. 107 plays 107 with 11 minutes to go. It's not been his strong suit in this one. That is terrible defense. And we allow an offensive rebound. Kai Jones for 3. I've never seen Kai Jones take a 3 in his life. So that was a bit of a shock to the system. Dillingham's on Walsh, which I'm all for. Just dunk it, please. There we go. 31 for Walsh. Walsh can set the screen. Collier with ball in hand. Can't get past Dillingham. We'll give it to Miller. I like him for 3 from that range. Knocks it down. Still a 2-point game. Let's go pick and fade with Bronny and Towns. Towns has space. Towns misses another 3. Somebody get back on Zach Collins. Anybody at all, but preferably not Bronny James. Booker steps out of bounds. Lakers ball. Can't get the player up in the air as Walsh off the screen for 3. Knocks it down again. Another 3 for Walsh. 34 and 6 on the game. Booker off the screen, off the inbound. Steps back for 3. Misses as Towns collects a 13th rebound. Collier matches up with Dillingham. Miller. We'll find Bronny in the corner. Hasn't hit a 3 today. Has now. Double-double for Bronny. Gets the lead back out to 8 points. Okay, let's find a mismatch if we can. Walsh is on Giddy. I like the side of it. Double comes. Collier is open. Not the ideal 3 to take, but he makes a second of the game. All right, pick and fade with Towns and Booker. Bronny thought about the 3. We'll launch one with Towns instead. Another missed 3 for Towns. He has not been good today. At least from 3-point land. He's been good on the rebounds. Giddy with the poster on Miller. That is not something I thought I would see out of Giddy. But that, he just rose up and dunked all over him. All right. We won't get Towns in a pick and fade. Let's go pick and roll. No, Brandon Miller for 3. We'll do that instead. He can shoot. He now has 20. 6 threes made on the game. Aldama, we could probably... Actually, no, we probably shouldn't give him a 3. Collier, stay in front of Giddy. That's a good contest. That's a really tough finish. I just wish Towns was like 2 inches taller and he could just swat that out of the sky, although it would probably be goaltending. But it's okay. We'll live with what we can. Bronny, get Towns in the paint. There we go. Go up with it. That's a foul. That's an and 1. Let's get Walsh in the pick and roll. There we go. Bronny going to get to the rim. Nice layup. 14 for Bronny. He low-key might be chasing player of the game honors. We're not sure at this point. Aldama coming off a screen. Going to launch a 3. Knocks it down. 10-point game. All right, full court press. You know what that means. It always means a dunk or a 3, and we chose the dumb option. Okay. We turned literally a 3-on-2 into nothing. Hopefully it can end in a 3. We got the result in the end, which is the main thing that matters. It's not about how you get there. It's all about the result. Booker, guarded by Bronny. Ryan Dunn, wide open, gets those 3 points right back. All right, full court press. Let's try again. No double. Bronny, dunk that thing. 16 and 18 for Bronny. He's really come alive this quarter. He's hit a couple of jumpers, and now he's got a steal. Run in transition. Who do we give it to? Bronny. Actually, we give it to Miller. Towns set a screen. Bronny's got Santi Aldama on him. Actually, there we go. Towns, just go up and dunk it. Thank you. Both free throws made for Towns. He now has 21 and 17. But the Devin Booker, the player of the game, go on, Grayson Allen, get some buckets. The player of the game could be like any of 3 people. Actually, any of 4 people. It could be Giddy, could be Booker. I shot Walsh. Could be Walsh. Could be Bronny, could be Towns. I know that's 5 people. Ends up a 15-point game. Dillingham did not disappoint in his first game against his former team, but very happy with the result here in the NBA Cup. 2K player of the game is Richard Walsh. Definitely his best game we've played with him. We've only had the opportunity to play 2 games with him at this stage, but definitely the best game we've played so far. I think he hit 7 threes on the game in the end. Got plenty of dunks, was really good defensively. Very happy with how he played. As they have, as in the Phoenix Suns, have 2 players over 30 points in the end. Booker and Giddy combined for 70, but couldn't get the job done. Grayson Allen had a really good game off the bench, 13 points in 15 minutes. Aldama hit some shots. Dillingham almost got a triple-double, 11, 8, and 10. Was 5 for 13 from the field, 1 for 5 from deep. So probably not his most efficient game, but still really good. Collins had a good double-double in the 19 minutes he played. Ryan Dunn was good. I didn't expect that out of him. Beal got an assist in 1 minute. Was an absolute, highlight machine. And if we head over to the Lakers, all of our scorers were in double digits. The only guy who didn't score was Chester Malone, but he only played 3 minutes and didn't take a shot. Richard Walsh, 40 points, 7 boards, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 15 for 31, 8 for 17, 2 offensive rebounds. Was very good. Towns was also very good, 40 minutes, 21 and 17, 3 assists, 2 steals. 2 of 8 from deep was kind of sucky, but, not the end of the world. It's one game. Got an offensive rebound as well. Brandon Miller played 46 minutes, which is high for a regular season game. Only got the 20 points compared to his, season average, which is 25. 2 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals. 6 of 9 from deep was really good. Gary got 20 points off the bench in 17 minutes, was pretty happy with his work. Bronny had 18, 3, and 20. Only had the 1 turnover. That would have to be a career high in assists, I would assume. We will have a look. Let's have a look. I'm going to say it is. We've just gone past it. Nope. Assist is previous career high was 10, so we've doubled it. Cam Thomas kind of had a disappointing game, only played the 27 minutes. And Collier played the 36 minutes off the bench. I was really happy with how he played. 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep. Didn't miss inside the paint. Didn't get the chance to go to the line. Had a plus minus of 22, which was the highest of any player on our team. So he might be the key to our success. And Richard Walsh got a career high as well. What's he currently averaging on the season? He's now averaging 20 points a game. Good for him. Fourth quarter stats, 41 to 31. We absolutely blew them out of the water in the fourth. Although they did lead us in rebounds, assists, bench points, fast break points, and points in the paint. We just killed them, with efficiency. We forced them to, create 4 turnovers. So that probably doesn't help things, from a Phoenix Suns perspective. Second half was really good. We shot the ball fantastically. 22 threes on the game in total. 55% from the field, which was actually lower than the Phoenix total. We shot better from the foul line, but they had more free throws. I was really happy with our offensive rebounding in this game. Much better than previous efforts. Steals and blocks was a particularly good highlight for us. And, forcing them to make 10 turnovers, is excellent as well. We moved to 18 and 2 on the season. I believe we're on a 12-game winning streak. So I'm very happy with, how that's been going. Our next NBA Cup game is against the OKC Thunder. The next game that I want to play is probably going to be Christmas Eve. The Raptors are off to a 16-3 start. If we have a look at their roster, we'll just have a quick scout on how they're looking. They've got Barnes, Barrett, Grady Dick, Pirtle, Gary Trent Jr. I mean, it's not the best roster that we've ever seen, but for whatever reason, the team chemistry, it all works really nicely. They're super efficient. RJ Barrett's shooting about 60% from the field, which is great. Grady Dick is doing well. Jakob Pertl's, a reliable center. Gary Trent Jr. is doing well off the bench. Jacoby Walter getting some minutes. Roberto Rosa, he's a first-round pick. He's been on 3 different teams for his 3 seasons in the league, but he's getting better each year. So I believe he might be a bench presence. And then Grant Williams is also on the team with Caleb Martin and a few other different guys. But yeah, we're going to be playing this Toronto game on Christmas Eve. So we're going to be skipping through about a month's worth of games. We'll see how we go. At this stage, LaMelo is going to be out for another 4 to 6 weeks. He should come back before the simulation ends. So we'll simulate this first week. We'll see how we go. Hopefully the winning streak will continue. We're going to quickly update our scouting. There are a couple of prospects I do have an eye on. Towns is injured with a foot ligament injury. That is annoying. I will patch up the rotation. I've patched up the rotation. Now, Gary Rice, who's one of our point guards, is on a 2-way contract. We'll just stop it. I think what we'll do, we'll just release him because we haven't used him at this stage. I don't think we'll use him at any point, but we'll just release him. We'll get through to the OKC game. I will, fix the rotation. That's cool. Bol for Collier. Bol was traded by the Nets to the Knicks on draft night, I think it was, along with the 5th overall pick for OG Anunoby and was it Julius Randle? I can't remember. We now have 2 conversations with JJ Redick and our CFO. Now, we will chit-chat to JJ. We haven't had a chat with JJ in a while. We'll see what he's up to. He wants us to lower the intensity of practice. That is fine. We can do that. That is no issue. I'll patch that up in a minute. And then Amisha Norris, I think that was her name, our CFO. We'll see what she's up to. Amisha Norris, I was right. Okay. I think she just wants to talk about some of our payroll stuff. That seems pretty generic. And all these conversations do is allow us to level up our attributes. Now, we will give this next one to improve scouting, unlock several conversation options. We haven't done an analytics yet. We'll patch up the analytics. Now I just got to lower the intensity of the training. So I'm just going to put no session for the rest of the month. That should mean we don't train too much. We now have another NBA Cup game against the Thunder. Is this where are we up to in the NBA Cup? I have no idea. Standings, tournament bracket. This is a quarterfinal game up against the Thunder. Let's simulate through. We do win in the quarterfinal of the NBA Cup. Brandon Miller, 34 and 8 with 6 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks, was probably our best player. Cam Thomas was good. Bronny was good. Almost got a triple-double. Walsh, not too bad. He got named Rookie of the Month. Good for him. Klingon was good. The Gazman, pretty similar numbers to last year, but getting more minutes. 8, 6, and 2. Steal and a block. 3 for 8 from the field. 1 for 3 from deep, but did get 5 fouls, which was a little disappointing. We now have the semi-final against Dallas, which we'll simulate through. We also win that. 42 points for Cam Thomas as we blew away Dallas 127-95 at home. Luka did not get a triple-double, which seems a little surprising. Kyrie only played 25 minutes. I'm assuming he either got injured or something terrible happened. And then we've got the NBA Cup final against the Celtics, which is interesting. We'll simulate that. We'll see how that goes. LaMelo is back for the NBA Cup final. We'll adjust the rotation. Who do we take out? I'm assuming we take out Gary and just play Walsh at center and play Brandon Miller at power forward. We've sort of done that before. I don't really know. I'm going to think about this and see how we go. NBA Cup final time. Can we win it for a 4th consecutive year? We do. 167 plays, 119. We win in Vegas. LaMelo, in his first game back from injury, plays 43 minutes, 48 points, 7 boards, 14 assists, 3 steals, 8 turnovers, 10 threes made. Walsh gets 29 and 11. Miller, 26, 10 and 8. And Bronny also almost gets another triple-double. Cam Thomas fouls out after 39 minutes for the Keontae George, Kaishawn George. He's been a free agent for ages. He had like a 3-year gap from his first to second season, but he's now on the Celtics. Jaylen Brown had a stinker. Tatum was okay. Porzingis is still there. Derek White was not very good. He only played the 13 minutes. I'm assuming he got injured. We now have the rest of the simulation to get through. We have 3 more games to play until we've got Christmas Eve. Grady Dickon first for Cam Thomas. I'm going to say no. And we win every game of the simulation. Lovely. We beat the Pacers at home 140-128. Cam Thomas scores 37. LaMelo gets 33 and 13. Brandon Miller was very good. Walsh was 2 for 12 from the field, had an absolute stinker. Caleb Porter Jr., who recently moved to Indiana in free agency, scored 25, 7 and 8. Keegan Murray, I believe that is, has signed with Indiana. He's averaging 16 points a game. Miles Turner, I can't see Tyrese Halliburton. I can't see him. He's probably injured. And then after that, we beat Washington at home once again. Walsh had another bad game, so 2 bad games in a row. Brandon Miller fouled out with 34 points in 32 minutes. And then lastly, we beat the Spurs away from home. Wemby did not have a good game. Walsh was a bit better this game, but did foul out. Brandon Miller had 22. LaMelo almost had a triple-double, and Cam Thomas scored 30. But that brings us to Christmas Eve. We're playing the Toronto Raptors. I believe it's a home game. It is a home game. We'll have a look at the standings. We're currently first in the West with a really good record. We're on a 21-game win streak. The Jazz are doing well. The Spurs are doing well. Minnesota's dropped off a little bit. I know Edwards is injured. OKC, Pelicans, and Dallas are all up there. Phoenix slowly rising. Golden State, Denver's dropped off. Houston's dropped off. Portland's dropped off. And the Clippers, not surprising, not doing too well. Orlando's top of the East at the moment, with Toronto not far behind. Indiana is in and around the mix, even though Halliburton appears to be injured. I don't know what his issue is. He's having a very good season. 35, 5, and 12. 50, 50, 90 shooting splits. Miami's in the top 4, which is surprising. Detroit's up there. My Cavs are not doing too bad. Brooklyn, I know Anthony Davis is having a bit of a down year if we compare his stats to last year. I think he's just getting older, but he's shooting the ball really well. I mean, he's playing it basically the same minutes, he's just not shooting as much. Getting more rebounds, more blocks. 60, 40, 80 shooting splits. It's his best three-point shooting season by far. And I know that, where is he? Cam Christie, he is injured at the moment. I looked at his stats earlier. He's averaging 17 points a game, so he might be in the talks for most improved. Just something to keep an eye on as well. But in terms of our guys, we can see that Brandon Miller is leading the scoring, 27.5 points a game, 7 boards, 5 assists. Cam Thomas, 26 points a game, just over 4 assists a game. I believe that's probably a career high. It is. LaMelo averaging 24, 7, and 11. 2.5 steals on that as well. Karl Anthony Towns is going to be out for another 1 to 2 weeks, depends on how that goes. Walsh has been really good for the rookies. We'll actually have a look at the rookie report in a second. Bronny, in the 10 games he started, he's been really good. Klingon hasn't been too bad off the bench. Gary started 4 games, was a little bit inefficient as a starter, but has been really good. Josh Green, not too bad. Collier starting to show his worth, as has Malone, who his shooting splits are really good, although I wouldn't have thought he would have taken that many threes. 3 for 6, not too bad at all. And then the rest of the bench, not too much. Not too bad at all. And if we look at the rookie report, we can see Richard Walsh far and away leading the stats for all rookies. Ricky Wesley was the 3rd overall pick to the Atlanta Hawks. Looks like he's actually having quite a good season. And then Corey Gray, he was the number 28 pick from the G League Ignite, and he's actually having a very good season. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys then. Bye.